Hello. Do you mind if I try out my new bits? Right. They're working. Great, thanks. Hello, I'm Eliott, spelled with one L and two T's. Makes an anagram for toilet, if that helps. Parents can be cruel. Actually, no, let's get one thing straight. I'm not. Is that alright? It's quite fun being queer. You can make a lot of money if you're queer, turns out. At Christmas time, if you just lie and tell your grandparents you need money for conversion therapy, you'll get hundreds! But no, I'm not straight. I'm actually what you would call asexual. That's right, asexual. I'm an asexual comedian. That's right, an asexual comedian. It's a gap in the market, but not one you can fill. Oh, that's it. Telling the jokes. Oh, yeah. Asexual. I'll snog anyone, but I'll fuck no one. Oh, yeah. Asexual. I'm really into people, just not really in people. Oh, yeah. Asexual. I don't give a funk about your junk. Oh, yeah. Asexual. I don't give two shits about your bits. Oh, yeah. Asexual. Help. Oh, yeah. Asexual. I like my partners. I like my tea. Warm, sweet, and nowhere near my trousers. So, no-go zone. But no, you don't know what it means. Asexuality is the lack of sexual attraction. I do not experience sexual attraction. And people are very mean to me. People are very mean to me about that. People think that just because I'm asexual, I must be really lazy. Guys, I'm not lazy. Just like I literally cannot be fucked. It's quite hard being me because I'm not just asexual, I'm also autistic as well. So don't laugh, it's a hate crime. Yes, you heard correctly, I'm both asexual and autistic. So you could say I do not like big butts, and I definitely cannot lie. One for the kids! But no, it's true. But I don't hate sex. I'm more indifferent. I'm indifferent to sex. To me, sex is like Love Island. I could watch it, but probably won't. But no, it's true. But it's true though. And if you guys have sex, that's all fine. If you guys have sex, that's fine. Got nothing against sex. Got nothing against porn. Just to get porn gives you a very unhealthy expectation of how quickly a plumber will come to your house. And personally, I only watch porn to look at the wallpaper. There's an old saying in the asexual community as cake is better than sex. Cake is better than sex. Which tells you two things about us. One, we're right. And two, apparently we hate vegans. And I hear you there, sir. He's smirking. He's smirking. Cake's not better than sex. Well, it's better than sex. I'll prove to you. Oh, cheers, mate. Fun shoulders. But no, it's true. But cake is better than sex. I'll tell you why. See, with cake, you know where you stand. With a cake, you can look at it, you can smell it, you might even lick it. And from that alone, you can tell whether you're guaranteed to have a good time. Now, you do those exact same things with a person, and yet it can still be incredibly disappointing. You've experienced. But no, the thing is, I do still try to date people. I try to go on dates. I try to give it a go. I've recently been going on Bumble. Trying to see if I can leave the single market before Britain does. I've only got a year left to use that joke. All right, so I'm gonna fucking milk it. But no, it's true. I recently had a boyfriend for a while. The other day we were in my flat. We were on the sofa in the living room. We were kissing and cuddling and all that. And he turns to me and he says, "Oh, shall we take this upstairs?" The sofa was too heavy to carry. But no, as my bedroom, we got into bed, and I got my iron out, started ironing the sheets. And he's like, what the hell are you doing? I said, sorry, I'm just not really into kinks. And we sat there, and I stared at the ceiling for a very long time, and he turned to me and said, what are you thinking about there? And I went, don't you think that is weird? That surely all flat earthers should be anti-capitalist if money makes the world go round. There we go, keep up. But no, the thing is, then he turned to me and he went, Well, go on then. Tell me a dirty secret. Yeah, go on. Tell me a dirty secret. Yeah, tell me a dirty secret. Naughty boy, tell me a dirty secret. So I leaned in and I whispered in his ear, went, Tony Blair's a war criminal. It's true, yeah. Didn't work out. We did break up, which is probably the best, because it turns out he just wasn't my type, so the blood transfusion was a disaster. But no, as I get older, I wonder, maybe I don't even need to have, a relationship to get physical intimacy, because if I want physical intimacy, I can get that just by going through airport security. Because at the airport, you're always little spoon. It's like, again, I've got nothing against sex, if you guys don't have sex, that's all fine, and I've got nothing against it. I just, the way you talk about it, it sounds fucking weird. It's like people say that when having sex and that, you gotta get in close, and you gotta say sexy things like, ooh, I've got a courgette peeler, and you're like, fuck, and then you say, when you're having sex and that, you gotta say sexy words like ooh, vestibule, and Scunthorpe, and people say, when you're having sex and that, you gotta say sexy things like oh yes, saying, oh yes, it's really sexy. So, is a Churchill dog sexy? I don't want to hear, oh yes, in the dark, it's horrible. And then people say, when you're having sex and that, you've got to say their name, in the sexy way, say their name in the sexy way, but what if your name is Tarquin? or Boris Johnson. Then people say when you're having sex and that, you've got to get really close, you've got to embrace them, look them in the eye, but only do that when I'm close to death. or so I've been told. Because to be fair, I never really had sex. I can't really talk, can't really complain, can't really relate to you guys. But you know what? I have been reading some books. And you know what? I think I've got a pretty good idea now of how it all works. So to leave you on, I shall leave you with my visual demonstration of how I think sex works. All right, here we go. Sorry guys, sorry. I believe it's what they call makeup sex.